Hello, my nasties. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another vlog. It is early today. We're getting a slightly earlier start in the day today, which makes no sense because I only got 4.5 hours of sleep yesterday. I'm telling you, I don't know. I'm back to my old ways. I was doing okay for several weeks, and then I always fall off the boat. I go to sleep at a decent hour, and then I fall off the boat, and then we start falling asleep at dawn and waking up 3 hours later, right? That's not healthy, I know. And the thing is my body feels it. My mind doesn't feel it because my mind is constantly but my body definitely does. And although I don't necessarily feel sleepy as though I need a nap, I do definitely feel a bit slower physically, right? And every once in a while, like I feel a little bit of a tension headache starting, and that's my own fault. It's my own fault. We need to, I know. I am self-aware enough to know that I am an idiot for doing that. I know. I'm trying to work on it. Again, that's the worst thing that I do to myself, right? I don't have any addictions. I'm not on any sort of drugs. I'm not an alcoholic. I don't do anything, but my vice is no sleep. Isn't that horrible? But anyhow, on the schedule today, I have a color and chat that I need to get started on. I have a couple of orders that I need to package. I need to prep some Patreon graphics because I think I'm going to be doing a Patreon mashup illustration coming up soon here. I miss doing that. In previous vlogs, I've been telling you guys that I've been feeling, even though I've been busy and happily busy working on other projects, one of them being, of course, my boutique, noOoOoo. What's happening is that I'm spending a lot of my waking hours working on that, and look, I have been my own monster for many years, right? I've been a freelancer for years. I've always been that kind of self-motivator, right? I've always been that kind of person. I love to work. I'm a workaholic, and not, okay, throw away the negative connotations of workaholism away, okay? Because I am the good kind of workaholic, because what I do, I'm passionate about it, right? And I don't overdo it, right? I mean, I say that after having said that I don't sleep. But what I mean by that is that physically speaking, I used to. Remember when I used to work myself until I destroyed my wrist because I have tendonitis? Well, I have since stopped that. And running my online boutique has helped me to channel the energies that I had, the energies that I was that I was using to overextend myself and physically ruin myself. I'm now able to channel those energies into another creative outlet. So that's good. However, running an online boutique all by myself, let me just break it down to you what it entails. I have to go out and source for clothing, which is hours and hours and miles, right? It's being outside of my apartment doing things. Keeps me away. If you hear that, my dog, he's coughing. He has an issue chewing, okay? Some food, he gets too excited about it and he doesn't chew correctly, and then he has little hack attacks, but he's okay. I promise you, he's fine. But sourcing, I have to go out and source clothing. Then I have to bring it back home and I have to process that clothing. And now I don't do all of this within the span of a couple of days, which I should. I need to refine my working process. But I have to purchase the clothing, come home and process it. And processing it means if there's any repairs that need to get done, a loose button here or there, or it's missing a button, replace, things like that. Just little teeny tiny repairs because your girl doesn't sew. Okay, I'm not a tailor. But little repairs like that, laundering and or steam cleaning, all of that sort of thing. Then photographing. I have to photograph the items, and then I have to take the measurements of the items, and then I have to, in some cases, with certain pieces, I will model the items, and then I have to edit all of those photos, get them all online, and it's a lot of work running an art and fashion boutique. So I have to dedicate certain days to certain tasks. As you all know, now that I have multiple brands, what I do is a couple days of the week I will focus on my illustration, then a couple more days I will focus on noOoOoo, and then on the weekends is when I kind of do a little bit of everything. That's when I do general housekeeping in here. That's when I do the mopping and the dusting and the vacuuming and all that domestic bullshittery that we all hate doing. But it's necessary, especially when you live a maximalist lifestyle. And let me tell you, this isn't even the degree of maximalism that I like, but this is all I can handle right now, and I live in a 1-bedroom apartment, so it would behoove me not to go overboard when I'm running, 3 brands out of this apartment. So all of that being said, that what's been happening lately is that I've been using pretty much all of my waking hours and daylight hours going out to source, because I'm at the mercy of store hours. It's generally 9 to 5, 10 to 6, something like that when I go to the vintage shops, the antique shops, the thrift shops. And so when I get home, it's nighttime and I have other things that I need to take care of, so I don't have the time to sit. Well, I have the time to sit and draw, but it's not ideal, right? Because I prefer working on artwork from early in the day until about 7 or 8 o'clock at night. After 8 o'clock at night, I have stopped working late into the night. I've stopped that. I stopped that a long time ago. However, if I've been sourcing from, 10 to 5, and then I come home and take him out for a walk, eat dinner, it's already almost, 7, 8 o'clock at night, and so I don't have time to draw. And so I'm at a point right now where I'm trying to reconfigure my own schedule, because I'm really, really beginning to miss physical artwork, the watercoloring, the painting. I can stay away from it for a few months and be okay, but then it hits me. It hits me like a ton of bricks how much I miss just pouring over my art table and pulling out the watercolors, pulling out the paint, and just going to town. All of that to say that I need to figure out a schedule, because now that I have seen what goes into running Coco Naughty and all of the work, this boutique has been open for 5 months now, just about. We're creeping up on 5 months. And now that I have a couple of months under my belt of truly seeing exactly what goes into it in terms of labor and work, now that I have a good grip on that, or at least a decent enough grip, I can go through and start creating a new schedule for myself. Because when it was just me being a graphic designer for other people, when I had a day job and then I had my personal brand and Etsy shop, it was easier for me to divide my time because it didn't entail me running around outside sourcing, photographing clothes and doing all of that. And now it's a whole another thing. So we need to get a grip on that. I like to get things done, right? And when I feel myself losing grip on my own ability to get things done because of this, that, and the other, because I don't have enough hours of the day, because there's just, I have too much to do and I can't do it all, I start to get frazzled. So I'm starting to feel those little tinges of, we'll make up a word here. I'm beginning to feel the little tinges or twinges of frazzlation, right? Where I'm saying, oh my God, I have so much to do, but I don't have the time in which to do it, and life. I've been very vague about what's been going on in my life for the past. I'm always vague, right, about my life, my personal life in general. But this past year and a half, you guys, it's just been, the powers that be have been testing me. They have been testing your girl, okay? And I am resilient. I'm still standing. I'm still doing my thing. But I'll tell you that I've got some bumps and bruises along the way, and it's not easy. And I'm not out of the woods yet, but I'm at a point now where I think I can at least see the top of the mountain, right? So there's all that I'm contending with on top of trying to run my own brands and such. So reeling it back in, I'm giving you guys a little check-in, okay? Because I think it's just extremely important to let you all know the realities of being self-employed, of being a full-time creative, and especially this little, how do you do that? How do the youths do it? The heart, right? This one is especially going out to any fellow, I'll say, I'm not necessarily introverted necessarily, but loner. Yeah, I do have loner tendencies. This was going out to any of you. Now, full disclosure, I do not suffer from any type of clinical depression or any sort of clinical anxiety disorder. I feel, as with the vast majority of the population, sure, I exist with probably a low level anxiety, maybe a couple, touches above low level anxiety. And we all have some degree of depression, right? Just such as the human condition, but nothing clinical, nothing debilitating, nothing that is going to alter my days in any significant way. But still, I feel that I have, and I know that I have some of you out there who are riddled with depressions, anxieties, and just all sorts of things. And I just want you to know that you see me online, doing my thing, girl boss, girl power bullshit. And it's true, but it's not because I've been handed a silver platter. I work my ass off. I deal with a lot. And just because I don't show it to you and I don't tell you guys about it doesn't mean that it's not happening. So if you're working your ass off and you're struggling and you're wondering why, Karla seems to have such a great life, it's not necessarily the case. It's not horrible. I have nothing to complain about, but just know that it's not perfect. And if you're wondering, well, Karla, why don't you share these things? Don't you love us? The reason that I don't is because I am a firm believer that once you put something out into the universe and it's out there permanently, the internet is forever, you're going to sit in that stagnation, and I don't want to. This is why if you have somebody to talk to about these things, which I don't necessarily, which I understand is probably not helping the situation, but if you have someone to talk to, get it out. Get it out in real time, hear the words, speak the words, feel the words, because once you speak them out, that gives you an outlet to get rid of them. Whereas if you put them on the internet, they don't dissipate. They just sit in a video. And I don't want to sit in that stagnation in the future. And I don't want anyone else who stumbles onto my channel to revisit and refan those flames, right? It's just bad energy that I don't want out there in a permanent video form. Do you understand what I'm saying? So that's why my channel is for entertainment, and I don't want to bring anybody down. I just want you guys to know that there is a reality to my situation, and it's there. I just don't talk about it, okay? So all of that being said, we're in a good mood today, though, I promise you. See, I smiles. Today, packaging orders, Patreon work. I'm gonna go to that lecture, which I'm so excited about. It's in a few hours, but I'm excited about it already. And Patreon orders, color and chat, secret project work. I keep saying secret project. I have several secret projects that I've been working on for months now, but the one that I've been working on since September of 2022, we're getting close. We're getting close to the end, and I'm excited and nervous. There are still a few key steps that I need to clear with flying colors. I say it that way because I see it as a staircase. It's a staircase that I need to be able to hop over without falling flat on my face and cracking my skull, right? It's like I need to learn how to float over those steps successfully and smoothly and make a nice soft landing and not stumble down the steps. Walking down the steps is fine, but this is a weird analogy, but in my brain, this is how I'm seeing it. So it's a staircase, and you can approach the staircase in 3 different ways. And this is how I approach my projects. You have you can walk down the steps slowly and carefully like a normal person, right? And that's just an average way of doing things. You'll get from point A to point B successfully, but it's just going to be just an average little walk down the steps. Or you can fall flat on your face and stumble the whole way down, which is the option number 2 that you don't want. Or you can get option number 3, where you can do things so fabulously, so wonderfully that no, you're not going to walk. You sure as hell aren't going to stumble. You're going to float majestically with a stream of glitter flying out of your butt while you do it, right? It's just going to be this wonderful experience. So you can walk down the steps. You can get something done casually. You can fall and fail, okay? Or not even fail, but you can do something half-assed, which nobody likes. Or you can look fabulous on your way down. See? So I want to be option C. I want to be that fabulous trail of glitter floating over those stairs and landing with a fabulous curtsy at the bottom. So I need to clear the steps. The last few steps, I need to make sure that I can fly over those steps with a glitter trail coming out of my butt, and make sure that, well, should we just be a little bit more ladylike? A trail of glitter on my toes, on my feet. No part of this analogy is classy, okay? But you understand what I'm saying. We want to be the glittery option. So all of that to say, I have a few weeks left of this project. I need to, oh, my hair. I keep, you know what? I keep playing with it. Do you notice? Because it's very poodly today. Because I'm going to a lecture on the 80s. We're doing 80s style. Should I wear the hair, or rather the hat? that you just heard, those were notebooks for my secret project. Now my notes are on the floor. But this was supposed to be the outfit. It's cute, right? We're doing a little fit check. I need to take some photos because I found this. I was outsourcing for Coco Naughty, and I found a glass brick. It still has the masonry on it, the mortar, I should say, because these were part of a building. You guys know I have an obsession with the, well, if you know, depending on how long you've been with me, you know, there was a period of time where I would take photos with a glass block that I have. It's a different one, but I happened to find one. I need to do some research on this. This is what a nerd I am for architecture and design, that I need to research this block because it could have been from one of two time periods. It can go back as far back to the original Art Deco streamlined modern style, or it could be the Art Deco revival of the 70s and 80s. So I have to do some research on this guy, but I may actually have a piece of original streamlined modern, and if it is not modern, doesn't matter because baby, it's still part of the 80s revival, both of which are close to my little black heart, right? So anyway, I need to take a couple photos with this guy because we're going on a lecture and I'm expecting to see lots of these in the lecture today. Whew, she's rambling. I think I'm not going to go with the hat. And you know why? Because I'm going to be kind. Oh my gosh. Sorry. I'm going to be kind to the humans around me because the lecture is going to be in a theater and I don't want people to be sitting behind me and have to deal with my hat. So we'll be nice to the humans today. The vampire's going to be nice. But when I get home, I will be working on secret project work as well as my next coloring book, which I've told you in a previous vlog is a lot of work, and I'm not showing that to you yet. So once again, to recap, packaging some orders, Patreon work, color and chat, going to my lecture, coming back to work on secret projects, and then ending the day with my new coloring book. It's a full day. It's a good day. Sent you straight to voicemail. It's okay, I'll call them back. It's a friend of mine. But that's my day today. That's all I really need to say. Hopefully at the end of the day, I'm going to dedicate probably about an hour or so, maybe a little bit less, 45 minutes, to hashing out a new schedule for myself so that I don't become frazzled with my life, because all of my projects bleed onto one another and into amongst each other in ways that I have to compartmentalize to a certain degree because every brand has its own personality. However, at their core, you can tell that they're me. If you really understand what I'm about and you know me as an artist and as a creative, you can see me quite definitively in every single brand. In Coco Naughty, I mean, that's just me on full display, right? That's my art, that's my fashion preferences, that's it's all of me rolled into one, right? I've recently thought of an easy way to describe the style, or at least where I would like the style to go. It is a vampire at a tiki bar listening to disco and new wave back in 1985, right? That's kind of the vibe that I'm going for with Coco Naughty. And you can see myself in that brand. In Cat Eyes and Cacti, you see myself as a graphic designer, as an architecture enthusiast, and those are the two brands that we'll talk about now, because my personal brand, my name, my website is under my first name and last name. That Etsy shop is kind of just floating in purgatory right now, so I'm never going to use that Etsy shop extensively anymore. All original artwork is going into Coco Naughty, but now that I don't have that to deal with, my personal brand now kind of just exists on YouTube in a way, because me as an artist, and I was not anticipating this happening, but me as a creative, me as an artist, I bring you guys along the journey here on YouTube to see what I'm up to and what I'm doing, but the product of what I'm making goes into Coco Naughty. We're gonna have to save this conversation for another day, but I feel as though I am one creative monster now. I am the hub of everything that I do, and I have arms branching out into other things, but they're all radiating from one central source. Everything is radiating from this one woman freak show, so everything has my DNA, but it all has its own mind, right? Like this arm can go here and I can wiggle my fingers, I can flip you off, I can love you, I can do all sorts of things. I can do both at the same time, right? Or it's one of those things where they're independent but also I was trying to, I suppose, compound rooted and grounded into one. But do you understand what I'm saying now? Is that painting a better picture? I am one tree with many branches. So now it's just a question of getting all of those branches operating optimally by scheduling my life in a way that will aid in productivity. That's an easier way to say what I've been trying to say for the past 3 hours. But once again, packaging orders, Patreon work, color and chat, and 2 secret projects today. And at the very end of the night, we got to reschedule because baby, I'm losing my mind here, or I'm on the verge of losing my mind. So I've been drinking espresso. Can you tell? I purchased a jar of it, and I'm trying to drink it all. She'll never buy espresso again, though. I'll tell you that. But anyways, let's get on with the vlog, shall we? Shall we? We're gonna package orders, do Patreon work, color and chat, run out for the lecture, then secret projects. Yeah. We got a grip on it. See, I didn't have to write it down. I'll not make that mistake again, though. I feel like I'm constantly juggling. All right, shut up, Karla. Let's get to work. We're doing a last minute outfit check-in. Oh God, I need to brush my bangs again. I'm sorry. I had to wear the hat, you all. I had to wear the hat. I mean, when I'm in the theater, I will remove it, but I can't walk around downtown Palm Springs without my hat on, can I? But it's coat weather. It's actually raining right now. So look at me. Mildly pimp-tastic, which I love. Look at my bag. We got the little bit of 80s. We got the little bit of 70s going on with the coat. Let's go to the lecture. Meanwhile, my dog is down here looking at me as though I've absolutely lost my mind, but he thinks that all the time. But especially when I'm wearing Muppets for coats. But it is freezing outside. It's actually very warm, this. So, anyway, lecture time. Oh, full view. These are the glasses that I'm wearing. Ooh, she's looking cute today, huh? Very covered up. This for me, this is demure dressing for me, right? We don't have booty shorts on today, and we're not wearing my giant platforms today. We're actually wearing flats. They're cute little flats, but we've got flats on because I have some things to do. I have some errands to run today. They're pointy though. Can you? Whatever. Let's go to the lecture. I'm going to be late. First up on the chopping block is Melissa. I don't know how she pronounces it. Melissa. I'm going to do it either which way. So Melissa, thank you. You are awesome. She purchased... Oh, she sold me out, actually. She sold me out of Nanette. I still have Lulu and Charlotte available, but Nanette is temporarily sold out. This print will be returning. It's just going to take me a little while. I have some things that I need to take care of first, but Nanette will be coming back eventually. So she purchased Nanette. She purchased, excuse me. We're double fisting. Coffee, water. So she purchased Lulu, Charlotte, and Nanette stickers as well. So thank you, Melissa. You are fabulous, wonderful, amazing, delicious. And let's get this order packaged up. Let me make sure I have the order correct. 222 and 1. Yes, I do. All right, and you know what? This is where we're running into my issues again with the thank you cards. I don't know what to do with the thank you cards. Like, who's going to get the bats and who is going to get the tikis, right? Because, listen, I had planned on the tikis being exclusively thank you cards for people who purchase tiki artwork like this, right? However, there's already been confusion. I've mentioned it several times in videos that tikis are for tiki art, but some people received their orders without the tiki thank you. They received the other one and they were emailing me saying, hey, you forgot to put my thank you. I'm like, no, these were only supposed to go out to tiki art. So in my brain, I think what I do makes sense, but to the world at large, the things that I do not make any sense. So I'm just going to take those complaints from people. They weren't really complaints. It was concerns from people, but I don't like to disappoint my customers. So I don't know. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I truly don't. Oh, God. I don't know. Maybe, you know what's going to end up happening eventually is that I'm just going to have to just not put thank you cards in anything. But how about this? In anything that is overtly gothy, you know, bats, skulls, that sort of thing, they're going to get a thank you bat. And for everyone else, they're going to get thank you tikis. How's that? Does that make any sense? God, I don't know what to do. But we're trying things out. But everyone is certainly getting a Coconutty sticker. And of course, the thank you Ralph's, because you guys know that recently, well, if you don't know, I will let you know now, that I have purchased holographic thank you Ralph's because Ralph is our guy. He is the official mascot of Coconutty. So there's little Ralph, a little holographic Ralph, and I pulled out, I was packaging some mini sticker bundles for my Etsy shop because I still have my Etsy shop open. It is not being updated with new products, not at least anytime soon, but I was running low on these sticker bundles and I pulled some of these out because I thought this girl looked very Coconutty, doesn't she? She's got kind of that retro fabulous, slightly gothy, femme fatale, bright, funky fabulous look to her. So we're going to toss out some freebies. We're going to give those out this time around. So there's that order for Melissa. Let's get you in the envelope. And what I'm doing right now is trying to make my business feel a bit more professional, more official. So I have been utilizing my my label printer to print out packing slips as well. So let's get that in there. There we go. Thank you so much, Melissa. Your order is good to go. Next up, step right on up to the guillotine, please, darling, is an order for the always wonderful Jasmine. Girl, you've got good taste. I distinctly remember a few of your orders. She always picks up really fun, funky, colorful stuff. Some of my favorite stuff. So, girl, we're on the same page here. Jasmine scooped up 2 of my recent additions to my Aesthetica Synthetica girls. So she scooped up 2 good ones. She got, I give all of them a title, but it ends up kind of becoming their name. So she picked up Aquamarina and Le Bébé Bleu. This is Le Bébé Bleu just because of the baby blue lips. There's no other reason why. And Aquamarina for obvious reasons. She's got that mermaid hair. She's aquamarine. So Jasmine, my darling, let's get these babies wrapped up for you. And I said I was going to shut my mouth when I do this packaging, right? That hasn't been working out too well. But let's go ahead and get those wrapped up. You know what? That's what I'll do. I'll go ahead and I'll shut my trap right now, and I will let you watch me package the order. How's that? How's that? Works for me. Just jumping in really quickly to say, see, doesn't she just fit the Coco Naughty aesthetic? Doesn't she fit the look? Look at her, look at the little golden Ralph. You all, I love this brand. I love this brand. Absolutely not least, we have an order for the ever fabulous Sabine, you all know. All right, so this time around, that lovely creature has ordered a signed bundle of my coloring book, Cocktail Tropical, very appropriate for the Coco Naughty world, you know, the tropical drinks, the tiki, the all of that. So this bundle it's a signed book, and then it also includes 2 stickers. Grabbed that one of my beautiful Aesthetica Synthetica girls. This one is, what did I call this one? Le Red, Le Rouge. What did I call? Oh my gosh! Jasmine. I just realized that I did not include your packing slip in your order. Look at me, trying to be professional, and I already failed. Your envelope is already sealed, so I'm not going to stick it in there. I'm sorry. I mean, you don't really need it, right? Nobody needs their packing slips. But anywho, I called this one Le Red. And this is a complicated order because we're going to have to package it and do some tricky baziki business because she ordered these 2 and then my Ice Queen earrings. These earrings, look at them. Are they not hideous? They're ugly and I love them. I'm going to insert a couple of images of me wearing them. These, I only purchased a few pairs of these because this is not the sort of thing that I want to carry in my store all year long. I purchased them specifically for myself to wear to an event, and then I picked up a few more because I thought these would be kind of fun and funky as a winter accessory for some people to put them into the shop. So I did. And again, if I didn't already, I will insert the photos here, but they are just the most ridiculous acrylic icicle earrings. They look really cool when you wear them out in the light. They are shiny, they're a little sparkly, and then at night, if you wear them somewhere that has really cool lighting, or like a tiki bar where I wore mine, they look even more obnoxious. So we are going to package these up separately. We're gonna have to figure this out. I think I did a little situation like this for you the last time, in which I packaged everything and used some bubble wrap in a funky way to make everything fit. So I think that's what we're going to do here. So let's go ahead and get the easy stuff out of the way first. And actually, I'll just shut my trap and let you watch. We did it! Oh my God, we did it. You know what I need to do? This is a lesson. I've known that I've needed to do this because eventually I am going to be selling paintings that are quite large. I've shown this one to you previously. Oh, God, I'm trying to reach. Oh, my little arms. Okay, I'm going to be selling paintings of this size, and these will be requiring a box. So I'm going to need to purchase some boxes sooner rather than later. The reason that I've been waiting is because, number one, I have not sold the paintings yet, and number two, you would be shocked at the price of packaging materials, especially boxes, and on top of that, black boxes. You may be saying to yourself, well, Karla, why don't you use another color? Well, because my branding is black, and but I will say, though, that if the savings is such that it is going to be drastic, you know, if the price of, say, a craft box is far cheaper, then I'm just going to go ahead and go with the craft box, because once you open it, the contents are what matters, right? But branding is super important. I know that it is, and it's very important to me aesthetically. So that's something that I need to deal with, because I also know that when people receive their packages, I would venture to guess that these hot pink leopard print bags arrive to you in much better condition than the black envelopes do, because here they look great, right? They're sleek, black, and just yummy, but they get manhandled, they get mangled, and I'm sure when you get them they don't look nearly as pretty, but these hold up really well. But anyway, I'm done. Thank you to everyone for joining me for our little packaging party. I have made a royal mess of my space over here, so I need to clean up so that I can go on my walk. Let's get on with the vlog. Do you want to see something so super cool? Do you think it's cool? Do you think it's cool? You're not coming on a walkie with me. I'm going by myself, sir, because I'm going on a very long walk. Well, this thing, this huge crucifix, oh great, it is super blurry, great. Well, anyways, that crucifix, excuse me, I need to put my shoes on. That I found at a thrift shop when I was out thrifting for, well, thrift stuff, as I tend to do. But I was out shopping and also sourcing, which I found nothing for Coco Naughty, because that brand is very difficult to find for. But I found that, and I have loved those crosses for a long time. And I've never been able to find one out in the wild. It is a mother of pearl and silver, it's sterling, antique. It is an antique French cross. These were typically first communion gifts. They're not really, you know, accessories to be worn on the daily, but I do what I want. Isn't it beautiful? Finally found one, and it was $15. These are rare and fairly valuable. I'm quite stoked about it. It's beautiful. I have taken you all through this neighborhood various times, but I've never shown you the snow like this, because I have never seen the snow like this. Do we see it? Beautiful, and there's actually more, but the clouds are obstructing the mountains in the very back. See that up there? Oh, it's so snowy, but you can't even see it. Oh, gorgeous. Look at this birdie pool party. The one brave one that was left. You guys afraid of me? Nobody wants to invite me to the pool party? They're like, no, wait till she leaves. Ew. Mean birds. Look at them. Well, I don't want to come to your pool party anyway. Ugh. As if I have nothing to do, nothing better to do than come to your gutter trash, pool party. Look at this beautiful house. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Perfect colors, perfect landscaping. Perfect for a desert vampire, right? Interior, 70s style. And you know who will not be invited to my parties? Gutter trash birds. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Well, this is incredibly unfortunate. I think I've told you this. Well, I know for a fact that I mentioned it on Instagram, but I had received a box full of Aesthetica Synthetica coloring books, and unfortunately I had to send them back to the printer because they were all damaged. Ugh. So with the exception of 4 of them, so I will have these 4 listed on my store, Coco Naughty, if anyone is interested in picking up a signed bundle. The bundle will include the book, the signed art print, as well as the sticker. So it's a fabulous little bundle. I love it. This is probably the coolest bundle that I offer, but I'm biased because you know me, 80s, retro, fabulosity, tacky accessories, colorful clothes. You know, I'm biased. I'm so biased, but I just think the look of this is so wonderful. But anyway, the signed bundles will be available in the shop by the time this vlog is up. I have a very limited quantity, but please do not despair if you would like one and you cannot pick one up at this moment. I will be restocking. It's just going to take me a little while to get another stock of these in. But just know, I only have 4 available for the moment, but they will come back at a later date. If you are not interested at all in the coloring book, I do have the prints available, signed prints, as well as the stickers individually too. So if you don't want the book and you just want to print, you can do that. You just want a sticker, you can do that. You want to print and a sticker, baby, you can do that too. So let's go ahead and get these signed and bundled up, packaged, ready to go, and into the shop. So I couldn't decide if I wanted to sign the Aesthetica Synthetica book in pink or green. I went with pink for the book, and I'm going to go ahead and sign the prints in the green. I don't know. I couldn't decide. I couldn't decide. So the coloring book is signed in pink glitter, and the art prints are going to be signed in lime green glitter. Oh no! Wait, that worked, right? Oh, that one's a little sloppy. Ah, that one's a little sloppy. But I think that works, right? Or should we do them all in pink? Should we do them? No, I like this green too. But I do really like that pink. You know what? We're going to do some of them here. Some of them are going to be lined or signed in green. And then some of them are going to be signed in pink. I've never done that before. I've only ever chosen one color, but 3, 4, how about every 5th one? We'll do 3, 4, 5, and then we'll go 5 in pink. How's that? Oh, I really love the pink. I do like both, but I think it's fun to do them in different colors. How about this? How about this? The ones that will go in the book will be, I don't know. Should I do, you know what? The ones that are going to be bundled with the books, I think for now, I will put the green ones and then I'll have just the individual prints signed in pink. I don't know, just my brain for you. No rhyme or reason, it's just Karla logic. Lemons, lemons, lemons. Let's make some lemonade. So, just to add to the onslaught of just adulting bullshittery that has been occurring in my life for the past, year or so now, yeah, let's add insult to injury. My toilet has flooded. My bathroom is flooded. I cleaned it up. It's all cleaned up now. Clean water. Thank God. The flood was clean water, but I don't have a toilet and my shower does not work. So I am having to use another apartment and all that kind of nonsense. But today I thought, well, why don't I just take my afternoon walk, clear my head, and go drop some cards off for promo at one of my favorite hotels in town, and it happens to be a tiki themed hotel. So I'm gonna go take them some freebies, /self-promo, because this is my brand, Cat Eyes and Cacti. And these are misprints because I am super picky, and the artwork is fine, but it's a little off center. So I'm giving those away, and because I have no toilet, I'm going to make a pit stop at their restroom, and I'm going to drop off some freebies in clear sleeves. So let us take a walk and let's drop them off. This is where I get cocktails sometimes. And now it's potty time. Welcome to the end of the vlog. We are closing this one out, and whew, I gotta tell you, some realizations were made during the interim between the beginning of this vlog and the end of it. So at the beginning, there I was saying, I'm juggling a lot. Adulting is hard right now. It's been difficult for, the better part of the previous year. It's been a lot, but I'm good. Just keep throwing more balls at me and I'll keep juggling. Look at me. I can do this. All I need is 45 minutes at the end of the day to make myself a new schedule, because you guys know I'm adept at that. I make schedules, I have planners, this, that, and the other. Okay, baby, I promise you, I'm doing okay, but it's going to take a little bit more than 45 minutes at the end of the day to attempt to organize this mild chaos that my life is becoming right now. So my solution, in order for me to continue being productive and continue being creative, because I'm not burnt out at all. I don't believe in burnout, but I do believe in stressing myself out to the point where my stress results in my having less time than I want. Stress is a time suck. It really is. And so if I cut back a little bit, it will actually reduce my anxiety and stress levels and will help me produce more. So for instance, if I tell myself, tomorrow I'm going to work on 3 pages for my new coloring book on top of this, and this that I have to do, and everything's going to be fine. Well, inevitably something pops up, some kind of adulting nonsense that needs to get dealt with. And so then I'm juggling everything that I had planned, those 3 pages and everything else, plus dealing with the adulting. And then I'm just cramming endlessly. When what I need to do is say, you know what? Something came up today, and instead of cramming and working my butt off to the point where I'm, oh my gosh, stressed, I got to get it done, I need to just say, you know what? Instead of doing the 3 pages today, I'll do 1.5, and then I'll finish it tomorrow morning, and we'll just carry on, right? It sounds normal enough. It sounds easy enough, but when you're a crazy, manic, workaholic, creative like me, structure doesn't come easily necessarily. It's something that we have to sit down and think about. And so I had a little think about it, and I'm not finished. I'm not out of the woods yet, but I'm finding areas where I can cut back a little bit. YouTube is one of them. No, I'm not going anywhere. No, I'm not quitting YouTube. No, I'm not burnt out. But the type of videos that are the least popular on my channel are vlogs. And those happen to be the most labor intensive to film because those take several days to film. And then of those several days of footage, I have to cut it down to 30, 40, 50 minutes. And it's a lot, right? It's quite a lot of work and for very little return. Yes, I enjoy filming them. And yes, some of you enjoy watching them, but you all enjoy my other videos more. And so I would rather dedicate more time to working on those videos, less time on vlogs, so that I have more breathing room to deal with all of the chaos in my life. That makes sense. Yeah, I think that's pretty clear. I'm okay if the beginning of this video sounded a little bit defeatist and whiny. I mean, I hope it didn't. Trust me, I'm okay. Your girl's fine. Your girl's going to be okay. It's just rough waters. You know, it's okay. It's okay. This too shall pass, and I will emerge on the other side shiny and sparklier than ever. Vlogs are not disappearing altogether. I am simply going to cut back. Instead of one per week, it might be once every 2 weeks, maybe even once a month if that particular month ends up being more chaotic. So they're not going anywhere. And as always, you can keep up on my shenanigans on Instagram. My Patreon patrons, you will likely see more of me in the coming weeks because as I'm cutting back on the vlogs and working more on artwork at my desk, that's going to be my happy place, just art with no camera or fewer camera time anyway, less camera time, I mean. Then I will likely be over on Patreon hanging out and soliciting ideas and just, bouncing ideas off of you all. So with that being said, this video is over. Be bad, be good. I don't give a damn which. Just come back in one piece, and I will see you all sooner rather than later.